US History students, welcome to another review session brought to you by Lynx Education. This is Lynn, your online US History teacher. Today we will cover chapters 19 and 20. Come on and join me. So we're gonna look at the questions that's related to the Gilded Age. Alright. The purpose of the Pendleton Act of 1883 was to A. Fill some government jobs on the basis of competitive exams. B. Establish the first racial quotas for government jobs. C. Ensure that appointments to government jobs were approved by Congress. Let's pause this. D. Declare illegal the system of city political machines and boss rule. So the Pendleton Act is related to this one. After Garfield was assassinated, Arthur made it possible to have this passed a Pendleton Act that would require competitive exams to fill in government jobs. Alright, so moving on to the next question. I hope that the first question was easy for you. Next, what was the name for the American battleship which blew up in Havana Harbor in 1898? A. The Lincoln, B. The Alabama, C. The Missouri, or D. The Maine? And of course, that's the main ship, D. Now let's look at the question worth $500. If the gold delegates dare to defend the gold standard as a good thing, we will fight them to the uppermost. Bryan's famous Cross of Gold speech called for A. The unlimited coinage of silver, B. Lower tariffs, C. A revival of greenback paper currency, or D. Renewed religious commitment for all Americans. And of course this one is related to the cross of oops, okay, I'm sorry about that. Let's return there. I just forgot the timer. So this one's related to the unlimited coinage of silver. Okay, so what's going on? Mark Twain called the era following the Civil War the Gilded Age because A. It was an age of universal benefit for all Americans, B. Of the tremendous number of gold strikes that took place, C. The glitter and flashiness of the time seemed to mask the ugliness and crass materialism that lay beneath the surface. D. The gold the gold and silver issues seemed to dominate the era. And of course that is Gilded Age, this one, C. Let's look at the next question. In his book, The Influence of Sea Power Upon History, 1890, Thayer Mahan argued which of the following? A. That colonial possessions are a drain of the nation's resources. B. That a strong merchant marine is less important than a navy. C. That land forces are important than naval forces. D. Great empires are based on naval supremacy. So this one's related to B, naval supremacy. And the next one. Which statement best summarizes the open door policy? A. The United States should have its own sphere of influence in China. B. Japan should be included, or rather excluded, from trading with China. C. China should be punished for its support of the Boxer Rebellion. D. All nations should be granted equal trading rights in China. That's equal trading rights. Alright, we're almost way half through. To justify their policies, the new American expansion of the late 1800s offered all of the following reasons except A. Strong nations were destined by natural law to dominate weak ones. B. The United States should try to create a community of nations to guarantee world peace. C. Strong navy was the key to becoming a great nation. Let's pause. And colonies would serve as basis for such a navy. D. The United States had a duty to spread its superior institution to less civilized peoples. So let's see. And this is not, of course, related to world peace, so we'll pick B. Alright, next question. America went to war against Spain in 1898 because of all of the following reasons except A. Spain's refusal to discuss terms for peace. B. The buildup of public pressure for war. C. Alleged Spanish mistreatment of Cuban civilians. D. Americans tended to compare the Cuban insurrection with their own American revolution. So, except for this, because Spain actually, there you go, I forgot the timer again. Spain tried to settle their issues with US. Alright, so let's move on to the next question. My apology. I got a cough, so is itchy. By the end of the 19th century, jingoism in the United States was encouraged by all of the following except A. Yellow journalism, B. International Darwinism, B. Naval views of Alfred Thayer Mahan, or D. New immigrants. Of course, except for this, new immigrants. Alright, down to the last 4 questions. The Roosevelt Corollary to the Monroe Doctrine established which of the following? A. The right of European nations to forcefully collect debts in the Western Hemisphere. B. The independence of Panama from Colombia. C. The right of the United States to build and fortify an Atlantic-Pacific canal. And D. Excuse me. The right of the United States to act as a police power in the Western Hemisphere nations. That's D. Okay, next question. Which was the central aim of the Granger movement? A. Civil service reform. B. Government regulation of the railroads. C. The remonetization of silver. D. The organization of a third political party. And of course, that's B. Alright, let's look at the next 2 questions here. What one economic issues did McKinley and his Republican allies fully commit to? A. The need to remonetize silver. B. The need for higher tariff rates. C. The need for lower tariff rates. Or D. The 10-hour day. So of course, the Republicans, they wanted the higher tariff rates. And the last question. Who became, I think this one's easy, who became instantly famous as the deliverer of the Cross of Gold speech at The 1896 Democratic Convention. A. Woodrow Wilson, B. William Jennings Bryan, C. William McKinley, or D. Theodore Roosevelt. And that is William Jennings Bryan. Hey! So make sure to review consistently in order to answer these questions, and I hope you learned something today. Don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel Lynx Education. I'll see you guys in the next review session. Bye!